To those who are watching this in the future, I apologize.
What? Why would you need to apologize?
Going to be great.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, let's try to reminisce really quickly about what happened last time. So you managed to track down your quarry, Valis Brindle, finding where he was and duping him into giving you a little bit of information. Uh, but primarily, you managed to reveal him for his antics and caught him, which was a relatively daunting task considering he had a lot of possible escape methods. After you managed to capture him, magistrates came under the call of one of the guards and escorted him to the dungeon in Zaranor. As Valis was taken off, you made your way back towards your friend Imsh, giving him the good news, being rewarded for your bounty hunt, but primarily and above all else, handing off your cursed armaments, and the ghost possessing Lupus deciding that she has had enough and leaving from his body. You return back to your hideout, considering your next steps, taking a moment to breathe, and taking a rest. Unless, if you want to do anything else.
I don't think we've got anything else major on the docket. One thing to note, Socks, did you make sure to note down the arrow you got from Imish?
The healing arrow, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Thanks for reminding me.
Then you might want to do that.
That will look real weird, like, in a battle. Like, just like, hey, watch out. What?
My bullets heal you for negative damage.
I also have 5 glowing arrows and 6 +1 arrows that I just, you know.
You have a lot of options.
I mean, would you like crossbow bolts and +1 crossbow bolts? Because I've had them for a really long time.
I mean, does Trust have a crossbow?
Trust does not have a crossbow.
Lupus has a crossbow.
Bro,
he's been using it a lot more.
I'm down a goddamn Revivify diamond for some reason. Who did we revive? What did we do? Oh no, we brought Ashfall back.
Ash back, yeah. He was like, "Now we're going to need something of. We're going to need a diamond. Really, here you go. Just take it. Go."
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta clean up my notes, bro. My character sheet's a little messy.
So
yeah,
Kiki...
like Lupus could probably use those +1 crossbow bolts, considering he's been using the crossbow a lot more than he has previously.
Alright, that's fair. But before we go to sleep, Kiki just goes like, so we don't know much about Valis, correct?
We knew he was an elf and a bastard.
Yes, but what if he was working with the Triad?
Oh, well, the other group, the ones we met before, they said that they had like some run-ins with the Triad. So like, do you think maybe he like partied up with them because the Triad was like, hey, we don't like these guys, so group up with them and then fuck with them later on? Because he'd only been with them for about a week, right?
Perhaps. I think we should go and have a little chat with him in the morning. Hopefully Hopefully the magistrate will let us in.
Okay. Did we have a meeting this evening with some lady? One of the other bounties?
Oh yeah. We do. We have a meeting with her tonight at insert bar name here because Jen forgot what it was called. And I called
He did give you a name. He did give you a name.
What did we call it? Because he forgot, and then we called it something else.
Yeah.
Call it the Crooked Axe?
Yep.
Yes, the Crooked Axe was the one.
The Crooked Axe?
Yeah. Well, I can delete Valis off of our bounty list
For now.
for now. Ha ha ha.
Hmm.
So Maria Broska, info broker. Sorry, I didn't even add any of my notes for her. Haha. Info broker.
How does everyone with
Crooked
bikes today? It's a
X.
quarantine. Stay at home. Sheesh.
My thing about Maria is I want to see I want to see how useful she can be alive to us, because we can just be like, yo, there's a bounty on your head, but if you have any information on the triad, we can figure something out. We can do a little something something. Cause fuck that guy. I remember the magistrate man with the big old dickhead. Oh fuck that guy. He's
Yeah, then
creepy.
there was a lot of vibe checking on him.
Right,
Which-
so do we want to do the same thing we did with the wood arm guy? Like, do you want to go in and the rest of us hang outside, kind of thing, or what?
Nah, I think. Okay, 1 second. Character voice. Whew. Darling, I don't think that's necessary for this one. I think we can all sort of go in together,
Oh.
as long as we don't appear to be overpowering her or ganging up on her. If we all sort of just enter the place, I think it'll be fine.
Okay. I look over towards Joel. Do you want to come along again, or do you want to patch yourself up a bit?
Arrow, right?
Didn't Joel fuck off after the thing?
I presumed he was coming back to the hideout, but is he
Joel
off
was,
doing
like-
something else?
The magistrate showed up and Joel just hid behind me like a
Yeah,
scared
and then
little
he
child.
bounced. But
Oh, and then
yeah.
he left.
When we head back to the hideout, do we find him then there's Jen, or is he gone for the next while?
Jen?
Hmm.
Is Joel back at the hideout at this stage, or is he still off pottering around doing his own thing?
He returned to the hideout, and he's there now, since
Okay.
that is where we left off last time, with him still with you.
Okay. I basically turned to him and go like, do you want to patch yourself up after that guy kept stabbing you, or do you want to come with us to meet with this lady?
Who are you going to be meeting with?
She's one of the bounties.
Maria Broska.
That one.
Rolling to figure out if he knows Maria or not.
Hmm.
Okay, is that another bounty you're hunting?
Yes.
Well, I don't think we actually want to do bringing in with her. We kind of want to ask her stuff about the Dryad.
She's an information broker, and to be frank, the magistrate or whoever we dealt with was a bit of a prat. So honestly, if we can solve the situation and not bring her in, it's neither here nor there to me.
I don't think I will. Well,
I do appreciate your help today, darling.
Yeah, it was really good to have you around for it. Even if it was a lot of that guy just stabbing you.
he stops looking at you, kind of looks at the floor for a second, going, yeah.
You're a good target, I will give you that.
Oh, why, thank you. I spent a lot of my life learning to understand the ways that people interact with one another so that I can confuse and deceive them, only to end up one day being stabbed by a brute with a spear. Truly, my life is one of glory. If you
Yeah,
want, I'm going to go
You
to
could do all the sneaking around you want, but eventually someone's just gonna probably stab you. That's just how things go sometimes.
No, you were very helpful.
I do also apologize for using your namesake in my little scheme there.
I'm sorry, what?
Did he not? He does not remember that I called him my fiance?
Make an insight check.
No, he remembers. Oh my god.
And that I was
Either
apparently cheating.
he doesn't remember, or he does remember and is trying very hard to forget.
12.
Damn.
12. Oh, well, he's not really hiding a lot of his surprise with that. He seems to be taking a bit aback. Like, you mentioned my name. Why? I thought we were trying to.
Oh, you know. If you didn't hear, then perhaps it's best not to tell you then. Trust pulls out magical, like, she has a glass of wine from somewhere that she just, like...
You reach out to the closest glass and start drinking. Sort of
Yeah.
a wine is just ketchup.
Not even a bottle of wine. There's an already poured glass of wine. You just reach in, grab, and start drinking.
Let's just say, darling, that I find the best untruths are grounded in truth.
I agree.
You do owe me a ring, though. Wink.
Should we perhaps get going before?
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
dress my
Should we
wounds.
perhaps get going?
He shakes
I'm
his
gonna
head.
cast.
He's like flustered. He just heads down towards the staircase, and then
I'm
after.
gonna cast. Before he goes, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level. Here
Okay.
you go, buddy.
Pat on the back.
With a touch, you restore 7 hit points to him. And as you see the wounds mend and close, you see him go, oh, okay. Thank you. I thought you were a bit touchy with the whole touchy subject. Oh, never mind.
I have gloves on. Smile.
That would make sense.
Emoji.
Oh, okay. He proceeds to go down the stairs, and after a second, you hear. Ah! Damn you!
Well, it's a good thing.
Why did he go downstairs?
There go the 7 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh.
Grimthon will turn to Trust after he's gone. Just go. But I thought you already had 2 rings.
Yes, you're right, Grimthod, but things happen best in threes.
Oh.
Speaking of rings, Trust pulls out one of the platinum rings and just hands it to Kiki, and she goes, "Put this on, and do not take it off."
Should I ask questions when someone just hands you a ring?
Put it on.
Alright.
Trust puts another one on herself. And she goes, "This will be... Listen. This is
Is
necessary."
this some weird tiefling ritual I'm not aware of?
Oh, no! Goodness, no. It's a... I have a spell that I can cast eventually. That will make you a little bit sturdier in combat for about an hour. But you have to wear the ring. I have to wear the ring. And just so everybody knows what spell I'm referencing, that
Yeah.
Trust is just very poorly explaining.
And then who wears the 3rd one?
No, Grim.
You did this to yourself.
Trust recaps everything that happened in the bar for everybody who was not in the bar.
Okay. In the bar with Valis?
Yes.
Okay, so you go into this.
Trust like pinches the bridge of her nose as she like explains the story about like the fiance and Kiki and all that shit. She's just like,
Yeah, this is really weird triangle trauma, okay?
Yeah, I will say, I think you did explain a little bit of this, because I definitely remember Grimthor being like, so wait, I was married to Vertigo,
Yes.
or...
Yeah, I also remember like that.
Yeah, but that was like really quick. So now she's like,
Fully
going into
explaining. Okay,
details,
okay.
Yeah.
Indeed, you go into this long explanation of how Grimthor was portrayed as a weapon wielder, as Kiki was also portrayed as a potential target, who was cheating. No, who was the person your quote-unquote husband was cheating on you with, and it's going back around all the way to when the other group with Valis exited the tavern with you. Oh, well, exited the tavern and you followed them.
Mm-hmm. And I big brained mending, or not mending, sending. That's the spell.
So, the guy with the wood arm, he thought that I have one of the magic weapon thingies, right? Like one of the things you wanted. That's why I was asking about need thumbs towards Celebrator.
Right.
So, if we want to see him tomorrow in the dungeon, we could like go there and like maybe say, "Hey, do you want this?" kind of thing to him. Maybe use that.
I think he was specifically looking for warlocks and not just magic weapons. Because in a city like Magiana, magic weapons are everywhere. But people who have bonds to other deities and who can summon weapons sort of at will out of thin air are a little bit more difficult to come by.
Well, hang on, what could we make it look like? I was like making my axe come out of nowhere. Could we maybe trick him with that?
Well, I suppose, but I don't see why we would need to, since the person who was hunting warlocks is now behind bars.
Well, yeah, but you wanted to like talk to him and like get info out of him, yeah?
Well, yes, but I can just probe into his mind.
Oh, you can do that thing again. Yeah, alright.
If I'm being honest, I do not believe he was working with the Triad.
I don't think either, but I think he might have more information or something we might not know. So I think it's worth a shot. I want any information on the Triad we could get our hands on.
Hey, what if, right? What if he doesn't work with him, but he like got hired by him? You know, like he's not part of it, but like they kind of paid him and he works for him for a bit. You know?
Perhaps.
I don't. We can't necessarily rule it out. It is definitely a possibility.
There's a chance. Or maybe.
Should we? How long until your meeting, Trust?
I think it was just like tonight at a show. There's like a amateur hour at the Crooked Axe going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we
So, like,
have time
how
to...
far off are we from that? Or
Yeah.
About 4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours, is plenty of time.
Okay, I'm just thinking because I gotta leave in an hour.
I'm very likely we're not gonna be role playing 4 hours worth of.
No, I just mean like if it was like first the show and then I don't think I would have time to be here for that long. But yeah.
Yeah. Whereas if we go see Valis nowish, we might be
Yeah.
able to get the interrogation bit out of the way while Silver's
Will they
still
let
here.
us-
Yeah.
But here's the thing: will they let us see him again? because
Well-
we turned in the bounty, and they're taking him to a place where they can hold someone like him. So presumably they'll be interrogating him themselves. And the less we have to deal with the magistrate, the better, in my opinion.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to ask, could it?
Let's just try.
It's true.
I mean, last time we were in a town, I just said I wanted to ask questions from the prisoners because I was a scholar, which technically I'm not lying, and they let us in.
Right, let's go.
What could go wrong?
You exit out.
I don't.
You
Mhm.
exit out into the city. It's not that late in the evening right now. It's technically still like day. There's a sunshine, shining and everything. You make your way towards the dungeons, or are you heading towards the guard post? The guard post. No, rather the barracks.
We were told that he was being taken specifically to the dungeon, so I'd say we probably head that way.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Mhm.
If that.
Well, while we're also walking, I'm gonna spend the rod thing to get back another spell slot. Just
Good call.
All right. You head towards the dungeons. The first thing you see as you make your way outside is that once again people are moving through. The city is bustling, and you notice that some of the adventurers who were here yesterday are relatively now diminished in number extremely. Few people are of an adventuring making, as you can see them. Making your way over towards the dungeons, which is a place that is heavily guarded. You make your way over towards the main keep of Zerenal. As you go to enter inside, into the small entryway, this is one of the many ways to enter into the dungeons. You are stopped immediately by a few of the guardsmen that are posted outside. Halt! What is your purpose here?
we would like to have a little chat with one of the people you're holding here.
Purpose?
Yes.
To ask questions.
Yeah, I think that was purpose rather than papers.
I thought he said lupus, to be honest, too.
Okay.
Madam, who are you?
My name is Kiki. I'm a scholar, and I would like to have a talk with one of your prisoners.
Very well. Provide the authentication.
Sorry, what did you say?
Provide
the
authentication.
You mean paperwork, right? Taking into the backpack.
Yes, specifically a signed piece of authentication.
Signed by who exactly?
Okay, I don't have papers. Like, we literally only have the Glorious Codes papers.
But we also have the expedition stuff from Lupus, but it's worth a shot to see if that would actually get us past or not.
Sure.
Would this suffice?
You provide him what kind of papers? Are you just giving him papers?
Because the authentication, you know, the ones from the guilds and all of that.
Okay. You provide him your guild papers and he looks at them. Taking some time to thoroughly look into them, and he shakes his head. I'm afraid I don't see any seal of authentication, nor any sign. And he hands you back your papers.
Where will we get that?
You would get that from a chaplain or a person of authority, sir.
She's like a god.
Negatory. You would need to find someone of higher authority.
Oh.
And where can we find a chaplain or someone like that?
Well, you could find them in the keep. The barracks would also work, should there be any available.
Sounds fair.
Grimthor, what does it say on your papers?
Says I'm an orc, but I'm not a bastard.
No, the other one.
Oh, sorry, which papers are you talking about? Because I think that's
The
only...
glorious ghost, because you have the
Oh,
papers on
yeah. So he pulls out the paperwork for the Glorious Goats, which basically I think just states that we're an adventuring guild. I don't believe there's anything
Yeah.
additional to that.
What
I
does it
think
exactly?
I think Flowery Goat's papers are better than mine.
The dungeons are a restricted area, not open to the public.
Alright. We'll be back in a bit then, once we had a chat with your guard chief.
Alright.
No, as long as we don't have to go back to see the
Very
asshole.
well. And
And we head off towards the barracks, I guess.
Yeah. Well, do you remember there was that one guard who was... He was just trying to do his job, honestly, and the one who was with us before the magistrates showed up.
Yeah.
We could also try to just get a authentication on Lucas's papers, but we could also just try to ask for permission to go talk to one of the prisoners.
Cool.
so, you make your way over towards the main barracks as you're walking through the city once again. And inside, as you enter, you see a pair of people behind a counter, an elf and a human. They are both wearing linen, simple clothing. They are attending to the papers and bear the colors of Magianian occupation. You know, the purple garments and the violet flare, including the eye symbol on them. As you enter, one of them addresses you, the elf in particular, and goes, "Yes, hello."
We're looking for simple authentication, things like that. Like that we can enter the dungeon and speak to a prisoner.
Simple authentication. Pray tell, what is the matter?
There was a guy that did bad stuff and got arrested, but we want to have a chat with him.
Is this for a
Yes.
case? Or is it a personal visit? Are you relatives of this individual?
Nah.
No, we were the one that got him, got him for the bounty on his head. But now, want to talk to him because there's a chance he has information we need.
Yes, I'm certain I can help you with that matter. Just one question. You said you had this person for what reason exactly is your relationship to him again? Just so that I can note it down.
Target of our client that had the bounty on him.
Why?
We were
Why would you need to talk with him exactly? I'm afraid I will also need a name, actually.
of the one we need to talk to. Of
Yes.
ours. Yeah. Falius was his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Valis, any last name?
I think I've still got the battery paper around here. I pull it out and hand it over.
Didn't he have another name though?
Daniel. Let me. Searching through. This will take some time, please. Take a seat and we'll inform you once we have searched through the archives. Yes.
Okay. I think he was brought in today, if that helps.
Oh, is this a recent? Well, I can simply. He opens up a small booklet, starts searching through. Oh, yes, excellent. Great deduction. Um,
Thanks.
yes. I'm afraid this individual is not to be visited.
Well, why not?
Why?
Well, this individual in question has requested a court case for themselves, and they are to remain there until the passing of this week. After which, the court case will be taking place.
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't go to court case against a warlock that eats souls or something like that.
I lean into I lean into Kiki and
Have
go,
you
what's court case?
have you bore witness to
So-
such events?
Yeah, no.
No.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
didn't.
we haven't.
No. Please don't keep
No.
us here for a week.
Please do not.
The person closes the booklet slowly.
By the
Very
way,
well.
my statements were out of character there. You could tell by the voice.
But no,
He-
we actually did not see that happen either, so
You did not? Very well then.
no.
You mentioned the bounty. Were you a part of the capturing of this individual then?
Yeah, we did that.
Yes.
It would be wise for you to remain in Zernel. You might be requested to, be seeked out for evidence support. At the moment, we are still looking for, we're still looking for gathering as much evidence as possibly can, and giving, of course, the legal authorities a little bit of time to prepare them presentations. Speaking of the matter at hand, back to your visit. Is this an urgent, important scenario?
Should we tell him?
There is nothing.
Uh,
No,
yeah.
there is no reason for you to tell me exactly the purpose of your meeting, so long as you comply within the rulings of meeting prisoners in the dungeons.
Well, we just wanted to know if he knew something about an organization we've had a run into quite often.
Yes. Well, normally, there is a bit of a procedure. A signature is required by a chaplain or a member of the Weaveseeker Association, or a member of the Magisters with a higher rank above Enforcer. However, I believe since you had a hand in the capture of this individual, I can probably put that aside.
Oh, thanks. Oh, by the way, has Imish been in yet?
Who?
Imish, he's an orc like me, but like he's smaller and he's not as strong.
I'm
But
afraid
he's got a big shield and a lance. But like he's the guy who put the bounty on his head. So like he'd know the best about like what he did and what he did wrong and all that stuff.
no, I don't believe we have had any such individuals enter. No, not
Okay.
yet.
He did say he wanted to go by like the dungeon and have a word with him. So I guess he'll pop around whenever.
Very likely. Well, here are your signed certificates. They
Thanks.
will allow you entry so long as you follow the code of entry into the dungeon. And he hands you a rather long piece of paper.
Oh, okay.
Skimming it through, what does it say about use of magic?
Forbidden. You are
Figured.
to abandon your spellcasting focuses, components, and otherwise
Ah.
belongings at the entrance before entering into the dungeon, including weaponry as well. You may keep your armor and clothing. However, if the clothing is magical or the armament is magical, you are to give a detailed description of what kind of magical enchantment is placed on it, or you may choose to have a change of clothing before entering.
Okay,
All right.
fine.
And of course, a few other rules like 5 feet away from the bars. You have to stay in direct line of sight from the guards at all times, etc., etc. Oh, and of course, no pets allowed.
Oh,
Are you heading towards back into the dungeons, or
Yeah.
I think so.
you return back towards the dungeons? It takes you a bit of time to just make it all the way back there again from the barracks to the dungeons,
Nah.
and you enter. As the guardsman kind of stops you, you present him your papers and you're allowed entry after leaving your belongings, your weapons, your spell components, and your focuses into the entrance.
This takes a while for Grimthorpe. There's a lot of stuff to drop off.
Do I have to give up my religious symbol?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a focus.
Yeah.
Aw. Bitches.
You know, Kiki just like she has a bag. She puts everything in that has like.
Indeed.
some sort of
Would any
meaning.
of you also relish yourselves as martial artists?
No.
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 Very well. He puts a pair of like bags onto the side.
What's their procedure for monks? I want to know now what their procedure is for monks.
You tie
You know
sandbags
those
to them
things
so they can
put
move.
like, yeah, they put like on babies so they don't cut their faces.
Oh god.
Just give them little oven mitts.
Yeah.
Do you all undergo this procedure without trying to hide anything or?
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, I'm really annoyed
Yeah,
that they're
yeah.
taking my religious symbol, but I'm not gonna like.
Okay.
Trust is already uncomfortable. She's not gonna draw attention to herself, you know.
And you enter inside, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guards.
Oh boy.
As you enter into the dungeon, followed by these guardsmen, you notice that you're led deeper and deeper into the base of this large castle. You go into a set of stairs, into another set of stairs, into another set of stairs, into basically the third layer of this large dungeon complex. As you enter, you see a long corridor spanning more than 60 feet because you can't see the end of it. There are torches on the walls, but your vision kind of gets lost into the depth of it and the turning of corner. You see on the sides
Okay,
there are there are barred cells. You see inside different people in. You capture the images of a few high-end wood elves in tattered clothing sitting into the room. You notice what appears to be a half-orc sitting on a bench into the back with tribalistic tattoos and what you can see just sharpening his nails against the wood. And
Yummy.
yeah,
Looking at that half orc, can I gauge what sort of tribe of the three he comes from?
make a history check. Kiki, is there anything
Oh
else
boy.
you want to do?
No, I'm just like.
Nine.
So funny thing, I looked at detect thoughts, and I don't need my spellcasting focus because I could also use a copper piece. But at the same time, I don't think it's a good idea because there's
No.
6 guards with us. So I'm just like, and I think they can figure out very fast at what if I'm doing something. So yeah.
As you enter into the last of the jail cells, you notice within it is the figure of a gaunt, relatively skinny-looking elf. Valis never had much muscle mass necessarily. He was just very built. You notice that he has only one arm. And in his hands you see a cuffed-up bracelet. Very similar to the one that you had seen the magistrate put on him. And there is another one on the floor next to what appears to be a wooden piece of Well, calling it an arm is an understatement. It's just a piece of wood with a bracelet on it.
I see.
What you also do see is
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be painful.
what you also see is at the base of the shoulder where Valis had the wooden arm. You do notice there is bone. There is red, gory flesh that appears pierced
Oh, no.
and tattered to an extent. He's just sitting there with a grin on his face, looking up into the ceiling. His hair a bit wild. And as you enter, he looks at you.
We meet again.
Or
Seems they're pretty handy.
Now here's the thing. I have some questions for you.
Does it have to do about the arm? Because if it does, I can talk about it
No,
all
I don't
day.
care about. I don't care about your arm because I have an idea what it is. But
looks
I
like it
don't
was
care.
broken.
with that
Then
too.
please take your time. By all methods, please.
What do you know about the triad?
Why you care?
Gonna fuck him up.
Why would I tell you anything?
What do you know about them?
A few things. A little here and there. Well, what everybody knows, really. And
Can an
a bit
insight check
extra.
on him.
Yeah, go for it.
22.
Oh my god.
Alright. As you peer into the elf with a wide grin into his face, and you notice with your 22, he is not easy to read. Like, he's trying to just play it off. He does know. Like, you do not notice that he is knowledgeable, but he's just trying to cover it up with sardonic humor.
So you do know about them. Good. Now here's the thing. I don't care what you have done or what you plan on doing. I just want to know, what do you know about them?
Correction. You don't know what I have done. One.
I don't care what you have done.
Yes.
I want to know what you know about them.
Two. Why would I tell you? What do I have to gain from this? Go to jail. Unless you came here to gloat, I don't see why. In all honesty.
I could make your arm better.
Okay, I do appreciate that. But I don't think you, with all due respect, I don't think you would be able to. It's kinda angry at the moment.
You're like, the bone doesn't even like get covered by skin over time or anything like that.
No, it's more on the same range of disappointed. And I am also very happy at the moment because I get my peace and quiet. Well, what you could do actually is tell these people that fucking mushroom stew is not a substitute for protein, okay? The meals here suck. And the service too, to an extent. Have you seen these beds? And he points at the plank of wood with some linen cloth on it. And a pillow.
It's a prison. What do you want from it?
Some better establishment to begin with. Well, some more colors wouldn't hurt too. Hey, oh, what was it you came here for? And he smiles.
Now here's the thing. You think you're so high and mighty.
I'm in a
You
prison
don't have
cell. I
much-
don't think that really counts, but go on.
What do you know about the Triad?
Again, why would I tell you? What is it? What is it? What is it in for me?
The Triad usually likes to hunt people down that they made contact with. We pretty much have things of that, so if we kill them, we can just, you don't have to worry about being killed before the court case or things like that.
Killed? There's no reason for me to die. There's no evidence against me that they've done anything, really. All I did was try to
That all?
escape some pursuers from a bounty set up by someone I used to know.
Yeah, but that arm of yours a good attraction to them.
Oh yes, the magistrate was here a few hours earlier. He was very interested in this piece of wood, and I was willing to give it to him for a simple regeneration transplant. You know, get a new arm going. Problem is, they ain't cheap. They did offer me a mechanical one, but I said that I might as well stick to the wood. You know, the arm, you
Oh,
know,
sure,
and all
you-
that.
I've got something
I-
you might want then.
You can give me a new
Tell you
arm.
what. Yeah, I think I can. Tell you what. You tell us where the Triad is, what you know about them, and I'll tell you where an old lady who can get you one of them potions that makes your arm grow back.
Make a persuasion check.
Will do.
He's not actually lying, you
Oh,
know.
oh, that's why it's persuasion, not deception.
Wow.
10.
Jesus F.
10. You see him go. It's not that I don't believe you. It's just a bit weird. Like a couple of things come to my mind. Don't worry. I don't. I'm in no rush. Hey, if you can let me know where she is, I'll go visit her when I'm out of here. That would be nice.
I better tell you. Just tell us what you know about the Triad.
If
Why are you so sure you get out of
Darling.
here?
Yeah, I think there's more than enough evidence that we might just get out of here.
Ah. Well, consider it performance intuition. Much like how you know how the whole show is gonna go down. I'm not unfamiliar to these situations. Well, to be fair, I'm not really familiar to this specific situation because not every situation is the same, but you know what I mean. If you really care about my knowledge, my vast understanding of this, different way to pronounce the number 3 is, sure, I'm willing to tell you. Well, that's the problem. I'm willing. Not certain I should. After all, they are not exactly the forgiving sort.
After all, dead.
Are you afraid of them?
Afraid? I'm as afraid of the Triad as I'm afraid of the government. And as you can see, I'm not exactly crying into my little corner of the room here, begging for mercy. I'm not really scared of their methods. Intriguing, for sure, but not scared. No, I would call it just uninterested. Look, you want to know more about them, and that's great. It's not something you can pick up a book after, so how about this? A favor for a favor, yes?
What do you want?
I need you to give me some information, and I, in return, will give you mine. How about that? And everyone ends up being happy and jolly.
And what do you want to know?
Oh, you know, just tell me your first name and give me the blood of your newborn. No, I don't care about such information. What I care about is anything more juicy, something that you can use to grease this little old hand of mine, and he points at the piece of wood on the floor. Something just interesting. And I swear to God, if you give me your latest page of your diary, I will just start screaming.
Alright.
I
Gotta expect.
I looked at his hand and I go like, "You are awfully quiet, aren't you? Or can you even talk at this point?" If it can't physically speak, it might be able to speak mentally. So I don't know.
Nothing. Just a response back to you as you're focusing on the piece of wood on the floor.
Okay.
The
Vagnus-
driftwood is not home at the moment. Please leave a message at the phone.
Yeah, exactly. I see. So it does indeed have limits.
Everything has limits.
Alright, tell us about your dyad first, and then we'll tell you what we know.
You know, if it was anyone else in this little ragtag group, I am actually not have believed you. But you don't seem like the lying type, so why not? I'll give you a little bit of what I know, and you will give me a little bit of what you know, and it's gonna go like that into this merry, merry, merry go around until there is nothing else to be told. So, what I know is that the triad is led by 3 people. Shocker, I know. Well, you've already probably have had the nice meeting with one of them. Well, don't act surprised. I am very well informed. Regarding the major people, I wasn't certain you might have been the ones to do it, but... And I'm not really certain you might be the ones to do it. It's just kind of a guess at this point. Trying to fill the room here. I'm very, very tired because these people have given me shit lunch. But basically, I've heard from a little bird that the hand was killed.
I think his entire connection just went.
Yeah, my
Just at the
entire-
juices. Damn.
Yeah, my entire connection just... so...
We heard the hand and then it went.
Yes, yes.
Hear JoJo music. That we continue.
You see him go... The hand was... from what I heard, he was killed. Like just... kind of situation with his one hand. Did you know? Fun fact here. I've heard from some very good sources that one of the members of the Triad who leads the entire organization. Again,
He cuts out every time he's about to drop a piece of information. I love the timing on it.
give me a moment. Okay.
Every time. It's like, did you know?
It could be okay for the sake of reference. Like in game, Valis is going. Did you know?
What?
What?
Yes.
He just starts silently mouthing words, just like and then she said.
Yes. He goes. Did you know that one of the members of the Triad, the Heart, is said to have quite a hand in bringing one of their leaders back? After all, this is not the first time that the hand has been considered dead.
Show which were their leaders they want to bring back. Alright.
Well, that is something that I know for certain, is that they do have a way of making sure that their friends return. How? I don't know. Could be an amount of things. They could be old devils, for all I care about, but... Well, that is something from me. Give me something from you, something interesting. And
Alright.
Please don't tell me about your village or your home life, just something that is just interesting.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, the end guy, he's not actually dead. I yelled into his head the other night there, so we killed him, but that was a fake hit.
There you go, verification of my word is true. Ta-da!
Hmm. Yeah, maybe you like this juicy bits of information, but have you ever taken to the underground?
Have I ever been to the underground?
Yeah.
You mean the Underdark? Or are you meaning the criminal underworld? You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific here.
Or lower than the Underdark.
Can't really say that I've been lower than the Underdark because I don't really go down there a lot.
Well, if you ever go there and notice that every light source you have, magical and not and non-magical, is starting to be whisked away somewhere, don't follow where that light's being eaten.
Are you lying to him right now?
No, just telling us.
Oh,
Just telling him information that killed knows.
Guild secrets, interesting.
well, that is very, very interesting. If I find myself down there, I'll make sure not to follow the light. Well, don't really need a light source considering I can see the dark, but fair point. Okay, how about this? For the next one, I'm looking for something from either one of you three, and he points to Kiki, Trust, and Ashfall. Now, what I do know is I know a place that the Triad is using as a meeting spot. This one is worth a little bit more than just, well, lights in the Underdark. So I have a question. You can answer me if you want, but what I'm looking for is information on these cursed sword bearers. Would you happen to know of any actual sword bearers that match my description that I gave to you? And he is looking towards Trust.
She smiles. It's like this wide smile, and she goes, "Absolutely fucking not, darling. I lied out my goddamn ass."
Deception.
Make a deception
That's
check.
not even a lie. We don't
No,
know anybody who
you
did
do.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
You do.
We do.
Do we?
Valen.
Do we?
Balin.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes.
with
I
his
had
sword.
explained,
Oh,
So,
I forgot.
yeah. Oh.
yeah, I also kind of forgot. Oops.
No,
Do you
no,
want to stick?
not-
Do you want to
not
stick
that he
with the lie
wasn't-
though?
Not that he was memorable. Not that he wasn't memorable, but Trust didn't like make the connection.
I mean, Grimthought has mentioned him several times over the past couple of days as being able to do the same thing.
Dun,
What
the
dun,
hell is-
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Also, on top of that, there's also Ku.
Who the hell is failing again?
So, do you want to stick with
Balin was the one-eyed sea elf that we partied up with,
He
the guest
wasn't
character for a
one-eyed.
session.
He
Oh.
wasn't one-eyed. He just wore an eye patch.
And
No,
also,
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
you,
was
you
there.
missed that session. But
Um,
you also, just to note, Trust, you do also know Ku,
Who's cool?
the
She-
character we had with the party, the other tiefling.
Yeah. She was here for
I-
a very brief time.
Very brief. I don't. Even I forgot
Oh.
about her. Yeah.
She
So do
was a
you-
Hexblade
Oh.
Warlock, though.
I forgot that she was a warlock though. Like
So my question
completely.
is, Trust. Are
My
you
deception's
sticking? Are you sticking with the lie?
Pretty high. My deception's pretty high. I kind of like. I genuinely forgot about some of these people.
I didn't even know.
Technically, there was also Cyrus's warlock, but we
Are you
didn't-
sticking with the lie?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
make a deception check.
Deception.
11.
Ah,
Oh my god!
Ah, damn.
I have a +6, but it doesn't really matter when I roll a fucking poo.
Yeah.
You say that you see Valus from his little center into the room. He goes. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, about this meeting spot, of course. If none of you are aware of any such people, it's fine. They're not exactly a dime a dozen, anyways. what I know. There is a small, relatively unremarkable place up in the center of our grand empire of Magiana. And I'm saying our because I don't want to be living out those lovely guards at the back. He waves at them.
This shitbag.
What I know is. What I know is that the Triad likes to meet in very secluded spots. You may have noticed, but for a meeting with all of the members of their, well, leadership, now that would have to be somewhere where they wouldn't want people to be around. He smiles. There's an old mining site. I believe it is mining site A1.
Grimthon will reach into his bag and pull out his map of Magiana and go, "Which one's that?"
We don't have a map of Magiana though.
We do. We bought it.
We do?
Yes.
Yep, we bought it.
I did say in one of the sessions you went into a cartographer, like I did mention that in the recap. He
But yeah,
says.
I the map and start pointing to map like mining shafts to go like, "Which one is it?"
Oh yes, right on the other side of the Stoneberry Forest, right here.
Right.
I don't trust it.
And I will mark that on the map in the big black ink. So feel free to do that on. Yeah.
Also.
Make an insight check.
Oh yeah.
18.
14. Anyone else want to roll?
Trust, I know you have very big insight.
You have big, girthy insight. Please roll.
Wow!
Wow. 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 The dice do not like you tonight. Doc.
Can I insight?
Insight, yeah.
Today is not my day.
Nope. Funnily enough, both Grimthod and Kiki, but not Trust,
Wow. And Lupus.
and Lupus. Actually, no, Lupus no, because he didn't say you were inciting.
He
You
said
just-
he did.
Where?
He asked if he could incite.
Yeah, I
Didn't
did
hear it?
ask.
Okay, I didn't hear you then. Sorry. Just lost in the voices. So make sure you let your fellow players tell them what to talk. Then all three of you can see that Valis is saying that he does have a sardonic long smile on his face and he's chuckling to himself. You have to go to the basement, to the base of this drilling operation. Down there you should find a hole. Go in. Voila. Inconspicuous. You can tell that he's not telling you everything. And if he is not, well,
Yeah, do I get, with the insight there, do we get the impression that it's a half truth or that he's just straight up just like, I'm just throwing them to somewhere else, fuck them?
I'm just telling you what your insight gives you. This is not a lie detector.
Okay.
It's what you read of him. And he's not telling you everything, and he is actively being very shifty in his tone, but you can tell that he is not trying to really guide you towards the right direction or otherwise tell you the entire truth.
How about you tell us the rest of the truth?
And it
Like your
changed
friend
all-
did? Oh, I should, shouldn't I?
In
It's
exchange,
not
I'll tell
even
you
my
where.
fault, bro.
In exchange, I'll tell you where that lady is.
I'll find her. If I want the fucking wooden arm, well, once it decides not to be angry anymore.
So, here's the thing. I know the Triad knows something about my sister. Now, how about you tell us the rest of the truth?
The Triad knows about your sister. That is
The rest of the truth, thank you.
that is interesting.
I'm convinced this guy doesn't know shit about shit, to be honest. I think he's just fucking with us.
Could be.
What would you tell me if I told you what I know?
I already told you something. Now give me something in return.
I know that the Triad does know of your sister. I know that because of the informants I have been talking with. You want information relating to your relative? Well, he gets up. Ah, blasted. He looks at his arm, dusted off, just kind of. He gets up towards the bars and just kind of puts a hand on them. You should have thought about that before putting me in here. Oh, I love that look. Well,
Can I insight check him again? 'Cause,
yeah, go
like,
for it.
So while he's like doing maniacal laughter,
25.
Kiki kind of like doesn't fully turn around to face the guards, but he says that in a way that her party members and the guards, but not him, can hear him and say, "I know we were forbidden of magic, but is there any way I could cast a spell to understand what is going on inside his mind?"
You may not. We have had cases of people attempting to kill.
It
Other
won't kill
inmates.
them, right?
Madam,
Well, I guess
you have
that's fair.
explicit orders not to
What?
use magic.
Worth a shot.
Going to walk up to face him. I'm staying within view of the guards, but I'm going to walk up to face him as he's there up against the bars and go like, "Hey mate,
You're very big.
you want to get out of here, don't you?
I will in time.
Jesus Christ.
And you know what will happen when you get out? You might find a big group of people that really want you dead. Now those people might be there, but they might not. And that depends on whether you tell us the truth in this next bit or not. What else is waiting for us at that mine?" And I will roll intimidation.
Yeah. Go for it.
I really want to see what trust the inside brings, though.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what the insight first goes. A nice intimidation,
25.
by the way, yeah. You are very good at reading people. You have met a lot of bullshitters in your life, but this guy is something else. Give me a moment. I want to check something first. You do great, that's 25 on intimidation. Yeah, cool.
Can you do it in 12 minutes?
You can. Yeah. He doesn't seem to really. He seems to be grasping at straws when he's trying to attack Kiki with information about her sister, trying to make it seem like he knows. You know the look of someone who is looking at the information around him, trying to read the room. Grimthought, you do see as you're approaching him, he looks up at you for a moment and he says, "I believe you." He backs off from the bars with one hand visible.
Watch at the mine. What you're not saying.
Well, truth is I don't. Well, don't know anything really about your petal of a sister, but... And he looks at Kiki, but... Well... If the Triad does, what I do know is that if they have her, either you're not going to be seeing her again, or if you're going to searching out for them, you're going to be seeing her very soon.
The thing is, I didn't ask about my sister. You asked for information. That's something I know. I want to know, what do you know about the Triad?
Already told you. Being honest.
I slam my fist against the bar and go, "I asked you what you weren't saying about the fucking mine."
Ah, that. Well, Well, what I do know about that is that it is a place of quite the wild magic, if you know what I'm saying. Ever since the area was disturbed, it's the problem with these large excavation processes. If they're not done right, magic goes haywire. You ever seen magic weave itself into existence, into actual animated magic? It's quite the spectacle.
What do I know of what
And
he's
I roll
speaking
insight
about?
on that to see if that was actually what he was hiding or not.
Go for it.
What did I get from my 25?
Oh, but he was bullshitting about what he knew about Kiki's sister.
Yeah, he was
That's what
grasping
I
at
figured.
straws.
I knew he was a fucking.
Hey,
He doesn't know
sweet.
shit about shit, bro.
Great. What does he seem to be? Does that seem to be everything he knows about the mine?
20 on insight. You can tell that he is very likely telling the truth. He's not really hiding anything or trying to deceive you. Primarily, he's looking at you the entire time with a bit of a.
Please go away, scary orc. I would like to leave this prison and not have you waiting there for me. That would be great. You crit me and I almost died.
Yeah.
Not fun. Please don't do it again.
Yeah, he has a bit of a. He's clasping at the wound still that he has from the accident, and he says, "Yeah." And for those of you who wanted to find out about the information regarding the, I'm gonna need a nice Arcana or History check.
Can I also?
Mark the same.
You
My
can try.
side.
23.
Yeah. Those of you of Magianian descent have advantage.
16.
23.
The one who went to school is like,
Well, I mean, I lived there for way longer than Trust, so.
fair point. Yeah, how many centuries? We don't ask.
300.
No, we don't ask about the lady's age.
Are you 1000 or 1050?
God.
Oh, darling, you don't look
What
at
you know?
a day over 1,000.
What you know is that this is an effect that can happen. In areas where magic has been reaped from the land in the form of, well, creating these crystals, magic, the wave itself kind of disconnects. And when it disconnects, it tries to reattach itself. In the process, magic is unstable and wild magical effects can happen, ranging from superfluous, animated, living magic into simply dead magic. An area where magic does not occur in the least.
Magiana learned fucking nothing from the spell plague.
No.
Nope.
Like, oh, it was fine. Just like massive fissures through the earth caused by the weave getting fucked over. Yeah, no, we don't have to worry about that. Let's just mine out the ether. It's fine.
I mean, they're basically the Russians. What do you expect?
My God.
And he says, that is what I do know regarding the mines. Well, whether I'm gonna find them down there or not is where it's a question if they have a meeting down there. Who knows?
They're not there all the time. It just depends on when they're around.
Yeah. Well, this
I turn back and basically in my head to Kiki go like, I think that's all we're getting out of this guy. He's pretty useless other than that.
So I guess you are just someone who is really trying to show off.
Aww. Keep thinking that.
You think you're more important than you actually are, don't you?
I mean, I'm important enough that you came to visit me, and I appreciate that a lot.
By the way, we're not going to be waiting outside for you. But I reckon Imish is probably going to. So, good luck with that.
He's got a few upgrades since you last met him.
He's going to be to it.
Was Imish.
Courtesy of the glorious goats, of course.
you gave him. Oh, that is adorable. Now I know the group that put me in here. That's nice. Well,
It would be wise
You're
to
welcome to try it
bring
again. I'm more than happy to have another go at you, mate.
oh
Was
no.
it exactly hard the
No,
first?
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
was
no,
it?
no. You and I, we're not gonna be seeing each other again. I'll make sure of that.
Good luck with your mission.
Ah, thank you, I appreciate it.
Good luck with the gods.
Grimthod will start to walk out.
Yeah, as you're walking out, you hear him go from behind the bars. And you guys, can you give me anything other than seriously? Some meat. Anything. As you're making your way out of the prison.
Good one is obsessed with meat. There you go. There's something you don't see every day.
I mean, be fair, the system here is not good for prisoners. They're really
Yeah.
just... Well, it's not exactly like... privatized, but still. You make your way out of the dungeon after following up the steps, and you're given back your equipment. As you're handed it, you hear one of the guards say, "And here is your components. May your day be full of wonder and magic." And you're exiting from the dungeons.
Thanks. You too.
What a nice person.
Grimthod's like walking out, going like, "How do they say goodbye?" No.
Some do. Not all.
Hmm.
That is why I don't. We didn't get much out of that.
Nah. I mean, that mange might be a good call,
Could,
but like,
could be, but he could just
yeah.
be lying.
I,
He didn't
I,
know shit, darling.
I think he was telling the truth that the mange there, but they might not be there all the time, so we might like end up going down and there's no one backing down. It's a waste of time. So
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Could be. There could also be something very, very dangerous down there. So it's uncontrolled magic. I don't think. I think he's more of a talk than anything. I don't think we have to worry about him too much.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty easy to take down the first time. So
Worst
well, the
case
thing-
scenario, we know how to deal with him now.
yeah, hit him really hard.
Exactly.
I mean, it is how you deal with all of your enemies.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
just hit them really hard. Complicated strategy we had to date was Socks going, "Hang on, I'm going to curse this giant fireman so he takes double damage. Kiki, fuck him up."
Yeah,
The most
I can do that again, by the way. I can
yeah.
do it once per long rest.
I
So.
literally made
channel.
someone's mind explode, so you know. That's what I do.
Well, you...
Path to the goal,
yes.
baby.
Sorry, I just spotted Jess in the chat. Just like, spell what? Sorry, I can't read. History books are just not my thing. Whatever.
I have no eyes. I cannot see.
Yes, I mean... Hubris. I'm ancient... I'm Greek. I like my hubris. What can I say?
It's a good story for trope. I love the fact that it's not even 100 years since the spell plague, and they're pulling this shit.
Oh no, it's... Yes. I mean, to be honest, like... Real history has done dumber shit. So,
This is true. This is a very valid point.
indeed. Silva, are you gonna be heading out?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Alright,
Got exactly 2 minutes of roleplay. Let's get in there. Get all of our squeeze all the worth out of it.
sure.
So how are we doing on time for like with the over and back to the barracks we had to do? Are we coming close to the end of the 4
You
hour
have 2
gap
hours.
before we have to head off to that bar? 2 hours. Okay. Is there anything particular people want to do?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything we need to do. We should probably check on Joel.
Yeah. I mean, pop back into them and then head off from there to the Crooked Axe, I'd say.
I feel bad. I've made his life kind of hectic and
You've made it. You've tortured the poor boy constantly. We have one friend, and you keep making his life hell.
I have a feeling that he will have a horrible ending. But also, speaking of horrible endings, we should probably soon start planning to start moving. Like we were talking. Well, yeah, but you know, we could probably get money also in Magiana.
That's true. I want to finish up this last bounty though, and maybe
Yeah.
kill a
It's
horse
like,
killer.
information or money, maybe kill a horse killer. You never know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you want to do then?
That's my lord. Please don't kill the boy.
We're
I will
not
be
gonna
leaving him.
kill him. I just want to make sure he's okay.
I know. I will be seeing you all next week. And Sax, I will be seeing you on Sunday.
Yeah. And we're gonna go into a break. Huzzah!
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Indeed, this session is sponsored by me. That's it.
You have money?
I'm Greek. No, I don't.
I know, and you're also a student, so no, you don't.
We've been over this. Okay, we're gonna be right back, and when we're back, I'm gonna be probably just like vibing more as we are trying to find out more about everything that's happening.
Oh, they're part of the Triad.
So, as you're looking at these people, after outrunning your sudden pursuers that came after you from the shadows, with these shaved V's on the back of their necks, they turn into the main road from the alleyway that you just escaped from, and they go, "Done."
What?
Done, and they dash towards the end of the other road as you seem to have evaded them.
So those are definitely part of the Triad. Have a look at the symbol of the Triad that we had from before. There's an upside down V in there.
The Triad has a haircut now?
Apparently, part of the 3 people that are involved in the Triad, one of them is their symbol is a V. I would imagine the other one is a star, and then the third one is more than likely something to do with the, maybe like a triangle, maybe something to do with the outer ring. But yeah. There we go. Yep, that's a bit of symbology. Look out for stars from here on out.
Yes, Nemesis.
Gracious.
God. Just for reference point, I'm gonna just flash this.
Well,
That makes me a little anxious.
So, do we want to head back to the hideout or no?
And if we're being tailed, I don't think it's a wise idea to go back to where Joel is resting up.
I mean, we lost them though, didn't we?
For now.
But we'll go ahead back at some point. It'd be better to warn them that there's people looking for them in there.
I think I can do that without actually going back.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, okay. Do you want to do it, or
I think I'll take this one, Grimthought.
Alright, I'll get next one then.
Yeah. Barb. We're gonna cast Sending
You
to our
cast
good pal.
Something.
Our good pal, Joel.
Okay. What do you want to say to Joel?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking about this and I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah.
The Triad attempted to follow us back. We lost them. Be careful if you leave. We won't come back yet. Please stay safe and indoors. Done.
Exactly
25,
25.
baby.
Exactly 25.
Yeah.
Getting better at this.
The response happens almost immediately. You hear, "Oh, hi. Yes, all right. I will keep my eyes open. I will stay in the safe house. Where are you?" And then it ends.
Grim thought he asked
Good.
where we were. Do you want to?
Yeah, and I didn't ask him about like the haircut at all. Now.
No, I didn't. I just told him to stay safe and that we were being followed.
Oh, I'll do the you do the yelling at him here. Give me a sec. Right.
Oh God. Sorry, Joel.
I cast ending.
Okay, so in the middle of the street as you're walking, Griffin just opens his mouth widely, trying to scream, but no screaming sound happens.
It's screaming internally. It's in his head. I think we're all used to screaming internally, right?
Oh,
Right.
2020. Go ahead.
I stick it out. Great. We're heading to the bar to meet the lady. The lady, yeah. Do you know any dryad guys with V haircuts? See you soon, Grimford.
You do get a response very fast. He says, "Hi, Grimthod. Oh, okay. I haven't checked necessarily, but I am aware that they have some kind of recognition marker. We will talk more later. Okay, I hope I send all evidence."
Joel is terrible at sending. I love it.
He's our pal.
These are the people we choose to make friends with.
Shaped like an assassin. So, where are you going?
Oh, we'll just go to the bar, I think.
Yeah, I guess just head to the bar and wait a couple of hours, honestly. Seems like the smarter option at this stage.
Oh, okay.
Maybe have a drink, just relax, kick our feet up.
Very well. You make your way through the downtrodden streets of Zeranol's long walked pathways, and making your way over towards the Axe. The establishment is, well, dare I say, it has seen time and wear. You're looking at a building that has scratches and scars on the side of its wooden walls, and there is a lot of different colorations on the stone on the sides of the building. There are large windows looking inwards. One of them is smashed and has a board plank planted on the wrong side of the window. And you do notice that the handle for the door to enter is like an axe sticking out from where the handle should be. A miniature version for handle, but it's like stylistic. As you enter, loading level. I'm joking.
Ooh, we got map.
Not for this one, unless you do something very stupid. You enter into a tavern that is crowded. There are probably 30 people in here, and all of them are currently like sitting on tables. Some of them are talking over on the bar stool. You see a lot of dwarves here, a lot of dwarves, like a lot of dwarves, and humans basically. There are no elves in this establishment. Looking over at the barkeep, you notice that a lean, relatively thin and short dwarf is attending the drinks, and the person who greets you on the other side of the door is the bouncer, who takes the form of a human man on his late 70s, from what you can tell. Very heavy clothing on him. He does not seem buff at all for a bouncer. He's just sitting on the side welcoming you in.
Oh,
As far as that goes, there are some other people here worth noting. There are some cowled figures talking over together, huddled up in a group. Nothing really extraordinary about them. There is also a couple of humans on one table they have booked on for themselves that you see they are they're just sitting on themselves, just keeping an eye on everyone. That's what you see with an immediate just entry into the building.
Heading up to the bar, Grimdall's got turned off. Well, what should we want?
You walk.
Um,
Okay.
Oh, I'm turned to the party and kind of saying, what do they want to drink effectively?
Hmm. One of their. Do they have anything? Do they have a cold drink?
What drink?
Yeah, cause I go to the bartender and speaking dwarfish.
Uh,
Do you guys have? Can I have a simple beer with ice in it?
I believe that's to you, Jen.
You you see the tavern keeper turn to you. Hey, for you? Yeah, a silver.
Alright.
Uh,
That's how much silver?
yeah, a
You
silver.
want anything to drink, Leafy Goat?
Oh, I think I'm fine.
Alright. Blue Goat?
I'll take a glass of wine, darling.
Okay.
We don't have wine.
Okay.
This is a dwarven establishment.
Ale.
Oh, now we're
Ale.
out.
Fine.
Where?
Ow.
Where?
Ow.
Ale.
Oh, hey, oh, that makes sense. Sure thing.
Grimdon's gonna look around the bar to see what some of the dwarves are drinking. Do any of the drinks look particularly interesting?
Oh, we're talking like beer up in here on large amounts, and the caskets that he brings before you are also very large, frothy, cold mugs. And he says, "Joy." The most of the dwarves that are drinking here, they are drinking also the similar kind of like ale, but you do notice a couple of people who are like drinking simple water. There is one dwarf who's drinking milk.
I'll get another ale, one for Trust and one for myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be 1 silver for each mug.
Okay. 2 silver, marking off.
What brings you to these
Ab-
parts?
We're supposed to be meeting with a lady.
Me with a lady?
We're
Yeah.
here for the show, darling.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah. It should start in about like half an hour. Hey, Gore! Is it already half an hour? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, half an hour.
Oh, cool. Do we sit anywhere for it, or is it just everywhere?
Hey, just try not to step on other people. You should be fine.
Right, cool. Pick up
Alright.
the drinks and look for a spare table.
Most of the tables are full. Like half people on them.
Do you think we'll just sit here and watch it from here?
Yeah, might as well sit at the bar.
Yeah. As you're waiting, you hear the bucket go. Can I offer you anything else?
Do you have... What's your recommendation of something that goes great with cold beer?
Well, we go what's necessary. Fortunately, for us, we don't really have much of a variety. But we do have what's good.
Wait, what?
You realize he didn't really answer your question.
It wasn't just Jen cutting out, it's just he didn't have an answer.
Yeah, he just meandered for several minutes.
Well... at least the place is lively.
Yeah.
This is good.
You
You see?
waiting for a lady, all of you.
Uh,
We're meeting her for the show.
For the show, performer.
Don't know. Is she?
you
That's
said
good.
trust.
You guys are also like giving. Trust is just like pinching the bridge of her nose. Like you guys are literally giving away all the information. I should have just left you at home.
No.
Can't
Oh
bring
my
you guys
God,
fecking
goodness.
anywhere.
Can't take you anywhere. You're just telling everybody everything. She's a performer. We're simply here to watch her and see her, you know, see her perform.
Sure.
And then she looks at Grimthod and she goes, we haven't seen her perform before, and we don't we want to be like we're sort of partial fans. We want to become fans, but we don't want to freak her out.
Yeah, we don't want to scare her or nothing.
Lupus is just sipping his drink.
All
Yeah,
right.
whatever they said.
Can't say I'm really 100% certain, but I get the gist. No, I'm proud. Well, I hope you enjoy yourselves. If you're in need of some delectable treats, I'm more than happy to provide.
Cheers,
Oh
mate.
yeah, can I have another round?
Yeah,
You see him finish with this drink?
sure, just a silver.
Here.
That's another drink.
What?
As you're waiting,
As we are actually waiting, Grimthod will turn to Trust and kind of like give her a bit of a poke. Hey, bring up.
Yes, hello.
I was wondering if you could help me with something.
What is it that you need help with, darling?
Well, I wanted to get Wordiger a present, cause like she helped me a lot with like learning my name and everything. So I wanted to like get her something nice to say thanks. But I don't really know what she likes, you know. So I was wondering if you like knew something that she might like me to get for her.
Can I eavesdrop them without even without even trying to be
I
sneaky?
mean,
Just
Grimthod's not very subtle. You can
Yeah.
probably hear this.
Trust like stops to think for a moment and she goes,
why won't we just teach her how to speak Goblinoid, since you and I know how to do that.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that'd be good. Do you know anything else? We could start on that, but that might take a bit. So
she likes knowledge and she likes information. So maybe a book or a notebook of some kind?
should we not? We could go to them. Oh, hang on, what was it called?
A bookstore,
Libraries.
library.
That's the one. One of them.
So, libraries usually have to return the books. You can't just take them.
Oh, dang. Okay. Is there somewhere you can get books where you can keep them?
I know a place back in my
bookstore.
Gianna, but
I
we're
assume a
not there.
bookstore, darling.
Oh, there's a shop for books. Okay. Yeah, well, we can go to one of them.
Grimthod, sweetheart, did they not have stores or anything like that where you were growing up?
Ah, no, I only ever seen them since you lot left the tribe. Now, back where I was, if you wanted something, you went in the house, you went and got it. You know, you went down to, hunting for it or what have you. So, yeah, like, we really do. We didn't do monies back in my tribe at all.
Mm.
I only learned about monies when I left, and
Did
even
they
then, it took me a bit.
did they have books in your tribe?
Yeah. Our shaman, he had books. I remember I saw him reading them a bunch, and he used to like read me stories from them sometimes, you know. And sometimes he taught me songs from them. He said there were songs in the books as well, and he taught me some of them as well. Yeah, we read books, yeah.
Did
That's how I learned Orcish as well from a book.
did you ever learn how to make a book, a bind a book, so to speak?
Uh, I think leather. Yeah, you get leather from like animals and stuff. I don't know how you do paper though. I never seen nobody make paper
You
before.
don't need paper for. You can either try making a book or try making it like a scroll.
Well,
But it's all paper though, isn't it?
we
Yeah,
can
not all the
always
time.
buy paper, but if you want to maybe make Kiki a notebook, all we would have to get is really paper, and then you could hunt for the leather, and
Oh yeah.
we could tan it, and we could make her a present that way instead of
Yeah, well, Kroger could do that. Yeah. Or should we just go out and get some paper and then we'll go hunting for something that's got good, tough skin so it doesn't get
Mhm.
fucked up. Probably have to go to like a tanner or something. But yeah, I can manage
And
that.
then you could also I don't know if this is something you've done before, you can do, but you could always engrave something in the leather cover of the book.
Yeah, we did all push into the letter. You do like the name or the book. Sometimes you do like who it belonged to, or sometimes you do like this is the book that we know has a history to it about like the great mountain spirits and stuff like that. Yeah, you've got lots of different options.
Well, there you go. I think you already have the idea of what a perfect gift could be.
Yeah, all right. I'll have to go out and get some paper tomorrow then. Right.
Just like sips on her ale, wrinkles her nose a little bit because she's a not really an ale
Nah,
person.
it is. Yeah, for your taste, it's a little bit off,
Yeah.
too heavy.
Grimthard's enjoying his.
Trust is a fancy lass. So
Speaking of fancy,
Find taste.
into the tavern come a few people that do not look like they should be here. A pair of very fancy looking elven troubadours, and what you can see as a dwarf bearing a drum. Uh, and they kind of like settle in like a corner of the room um, where the stage is for the performance, and they begin to play. And as they do, uh, you are looking around. You don't necessarily keep an eye on anyone who's really approaching for you because you didn't really set up a meeting. Um,
no, we didn't, right? We're just told a place to be, and then she would be here. And then Trust didn't like fully relay that. She kind
Yeah.
of just assumed they'd get the, right place, right time gist of it, and then she forgot who she was dealing with. She was like, "Oh dear, oh darling, oh no." So yeah. So Trust is keeping an eye out for somebody who could be Maria.
Give me a perception check.
I'm guiding myself because, you know, I can.
Wow.
14.
What you do see
At least,
is... Yeah, what you do see is that... There isn't really anyone matching that description here. No, you don't see anyone really matching the description here.
Okay. Is there anybody who might be disguising themselves by magical means?
I mean, technically speaking, that could be anybody.
Yeah, but just like trying to keep an eye out for it. Or like somebody, I guess, in disguise, even not necessarily by magic,
Well, as far as you can
but
tell.
like.
you know, there's an easier way to find out if you just say, hello, and, you know, scream it out.
Well, we're not going to do that because the idea is we don't want to blow this person's cover. Because that could be dangerous for them and us, and I would rather not get into another fight today.
Eh,
We are.
Is
we
there
are
something
simply
that they-
here.
is there something that they specifically know that you always have a habit of doing?
Not that we were informed of.
So, what does she look like? Was there any description on the magic page?
Not really, for her. There was a little bit of how she might have looked like. Long flowing hair, lean physique. The artistic
Describing
description...
Corey.
Yes, but the key difference is that she was... how to describe this? Basically, the way that she was appearing on the poster, she had a very obscured facial expression, and it shifted from picture to picture, from drawing to drawing on the poster board. But primarily, what is most important is that she had very short, curled hair, like tied up behind her head. What also was prominent is a tattoo on her chest, a spider tattoo.
God, spiders, Jenners. We talked about spiders. Hey, fucking spiders.
I mean, this is the tattoo of a
Bitch.
spider. It's,
Oh,
you know, that's the
he was,
thing.
he was in my stream and we talked about spiders.
Grimthorn will kind of like go, oh, hey, what if we do the same trick we did with the guy with the wood arm?
Yeah, that won't work.
You don't think?
I can only do it one more time and then.
I think I could do maybe 2? I think I could do 2.
I'm just standing there talking. You notice a couple of dwarves coming out from the from one of the tables towards you. Like going first for the bar, and you see, like, as they order their ales, they turn towards you, and one of them goes, "Sorry to interrupt your discussion there. Seem like fine folk. What brings you to this fine establishment?"
Oh, we're here for the show.
Haha. Good boy.
I hope you're enjoying yourselves then, travelers, eh?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. After this, we're heading up north.
Yeah, the drink's not bad.
Oh, I don't suppose there's a way to participate in this event here.
Gotta ask the innkeeper.
Oh yeah, I got my drum. I can play my drum. Hang on.
My
Turn
view
towards the
of-
barman.
Yeah, you can go for it.
Hey, will you be alright if I play my drum on the stage with the guys?
Yeah, you might want to ask them after they finish their song. Question is, you're a traveler, as you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
For where to?
Oh yeah, as I said, up north.
Oh, to the north. We're talking Frostguard?
Don't think so. Now, what's the name of it?
We're heading
Was it?
to the main. Everybody goes, right?
Are you
Yeah,
heading?
that place.
Oh, makes sense. Well, cheers into a good trip.
Cheers! I clink mugs with him.
He smiles and returns to the table with his pals.
He was a nice guy.
I want to vibe check him.
Go for it.
That person was nice. Sus. Mad sus.
Go for it. Make an insight check.
14.
Oh my god, again!
You know, thank God for Corey.
I think Jess in the chat jinxed you when she said that the
Yeah.
dice were on your side again. I think she jinxed you. You had it for a second and then Jess ruined it.
Seemed like a nice dwarf. Take a moment to just talk with the new strangers into the tavern. Seemed like a patron.
But yeah, I got 2 more of those, so I could I think I could do 2 more times. So I could like, you know, in their head, and then like if anybody else goes, whoa fuck, yeah.
True. Tress is just kind of like thinking now because if you like it's a little bit in her expertise, but it's also a little bit out of her expertise because she usually hunted down like rich assholes who fucked people over. Like that was her whole shtick. So now she's just kind of sitting here thinking like,
If you were an information provider, what would you do?
Probably not have that tattoo showing, that's for sure. Don't want any identifiable features out. So Trust is looking for anybody who's sort of tall, but has their chest hidden.
Yeah, like
Covered
covered clothing. Yeah. There are a few people. Well, most of the people here do that. Surprisingly, there are a few people who don't. There's a few dwarves who just bare chested, just looking at the bod.
Represent.
Yeah, you're looking at the humans that are in the establishment. Some of them are waiters, bringing in drinks. There's only one person who's just sitting by the side of the stairs, just brooding in the corner of the staircase.
Okay.
All of them are wearing like light overalls, except for the guy in the staircase. He's wearing like a bunch of heavy leather and belts all over his chest.
Are any of them women?
A couple, yeah. Not the waiters necessarily. The most women you see are just people who are here, just enjoying the services of the tavern.
Trust's tail is like, as she's staring, it's just kind of like going back and forth as it does.
Give me a moment. You know, as you are looking around, like one of the waiters like turns towards you and looks at you like, do you want a drink? Is it an order?
Thought you were waving him down. I love that.
With my tail yet? Okay. She just kind of like smiles and shakes her head.
Oh, okay. It continues.
Can I help her look around then?
Sure. Make a perception check.
Remember, we
So-
don't want to scare her off. So just be mindful.
I'm doing this while slowly sipping the drink.
Okay. Go right ahead. And give me a constitution save for the sake of becoming intoxicated.
do this perception check first, please.
13. For the perception check.
Worse than trust.
You see less than Trust sees. The waiter does not even really stop to look at you as you're looking around.
Oh, but you're fine. You're
Nah,
fine.
you're fine.
Holy shit, Lupus, you're con. Wow. I'm only just realizing how high your con save is. Holy crap.
You notice as this time passes and soberness kicks in. Grimple, do you want to go like by the stage to start playing as well?
Before he heads up to kind of ask if they want to play, if they'll let Grimple play with him, he will just kind of say to Trust, like, I sure don't want me to yell into her head.
I think we should save that for absolutely last case scenario.
Okay, well, if you want me, I'll be up there. And yeah, at the end of the song, Grimple will head up and be like, hey guys, I've got a drum if you want me to play with you.
Okay. You see the band as they're finishing playing that song. One of the elves told you. Oh, greetings. We already have a drummer.
Oh, okay. I've also got this. And he thumbs to Celebrator.
What kind of instrument is that?
Connect.
With strings.
Yes. Did you make this yourself?
Oh no, I'll go with a mate of mine. Yeah, you should play in the band with him.
He got it as a gift.
He yells over, it's a gift!
Why not? Why not?
Because the way he worded it sounds like he just murdered that mate.
You settle down. I need you to make me a performance check to see how easily you
Yeah.
can catch up with the others. It's going to be very difficult because you're trying to play what they're playing.
I beg for the day that I get proficiency with this goddamn instrument. I've played it
fine.
more than my drums at this stage.
Well, with that roll, that would not have helped you.
No, they're gonna boot me off stage at this stage.
You head up the stage and start playing, and this is the funny thing. This is a tavern song kind of scenario where the music is nice, calm, and everyone else is talking with one another. And then there is also
like claw on chalkboard.
kind of. Very quickly, you see the elf under you. Okay, that was my mistake. Can you please get off?
Yeah, sorry, sometimes you're good with it and
I
sometimes you're not.
understand. It happens to everyone.
And I will head back over to that. Not as good at all.
That's
Uh,
okay,
you-
Dan. What happened?
Just need more practice.
Yeah.
Speaking of practice, how long are you remaining in the tavern?
Well, we're here for a reason, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, we knew that the performance was starting in half an hour, so do we want to wait an extra, like, hour afterwards kind of thing?
Alright.
Okay, you're waiting. 10 minutes pass, like, people are moving, not moving around in the tavern. Like, sure, they're moving around from table to table just to get some drinks. There's, like, one person who comes down the stairs, there are people coming in, ordering drinks. There's one person going up the stairs, there's a bit of emotion, but not a lot. And people are just enjoying themselves.
I always like the mood of dwarven taverns. And they have better drinks too.
Yeah, visuals are alright.
Trust will politely disagree.
Alright, so, do we want to try the sending plan, or do we want to attempt some other way of sussing out this woman?
What was the bounty for again? I whisper.
This one, oh yeah, I think this one we don't actually want the bounty though, we want to talk to the lady herself, because we don't think she did anything bad, right?
As far as we know, her only crime was selling information, which... She has a 300 gold bounty alive, a 50 gold dead. As it were, somebody with that much alive, she either knows something that the magistrate doesn't want her to know, and it's put her at risk, or she knows something about someone that they're interested in. So if we can figure out what sort of information she knows, then, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, he told me to go to her room. I'm
he?
remembering now.
The
Second
amnesia
floor,
breaks.
second door.
Yes.
Ah,
Second. So. Oh, we're in the wrong room. Okay, should we head up then?
I think you should stay down here.
Oh, okay.
Less conspicuous that way, and I can contact you.
Yeah, you can be able to manage if you need to. Do you want to go up with anyone? The rest of them, maybe just you and one other person.
I don't. Well, I met when we met with the gentleman yesterday in the alleyway. You were with me, or were you not with me?
I don't think I was now.
So, I think it would be best if I go up alone.
Right.
All right, let's go.
Okay, who
Check
goes
it.
upstairs?
Just trust, it seems.
Okay. Trust. You
alright.
go up the stairs, the wooden stairs. They are very short stairs, like the uncomfortably like.
I have to
short,
like
small.
duck.
I hate
very
those. I
tall.
hate those stairs where it's like each one is like a half step.
Yeah.
I always hate those. They feel so weird to walk up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel like you can
She
slip
just
from
like
them.
takes them like 2 at a time, I guess, because she's freaking 6'2", and these are like little babies.
Yeah, what I'm asking is, if you're wearing heels, that is difficult terrain. As you're making your way up.
I mean, let me take a good look at Trust right now. Let me take a look at that. They're like this big.
Okay, fair, no problem.
Also, if it's difficult terrain, it just means you go up the stairs slightly slower.
Making your way up, you do notice something. This is a normal-looking hallway with a few rooms on the side. There is one exception. In front of one of the rooms, playing a game of cards, you see 3 different dwarves. One of them is wearing long robes. The other 2 are wearing relatively more armored costumes, and one of them has like a warhammer on their back.
Time to get into character. Yes, very good. Would Trust know that that's the door that she's supposed to go through? Did
Which
she
door
talk
are you
about
going
with the
through?
guy? I'm pretty sure he said the second door.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. That's the problem. My memory is failing me, and I didn't think to write it down.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure it was the second door because I
Nope.
remember 2.
This is the second floor. You want to go for the second door?
Can I make an insight check on myself to see
I mean,
if
would it
I
not be
remember?
history to try and recall?
You could, yeah. Go ahead, make a history check.
I'm guiding myself.
Corey, give me help.
23.
Corey in the background. Hey, dumbass!
It's like as you're standing in the hallway, you take a step back and you recite a prayer to your goddess. Comes to you the music in the air.
Oh my god,
from
what the fuck did I do?
the music in the air, as it is playing, it is almost as if you can hear lyrics coming out besides the music.
You hear
Um, You hear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Three. She focuses on.
3. Let's go to that third door, baby.
As you go towards the third door, which is right next to where the dwarves are playing their game, you see one of them pipes up to you going, You got a room for the night?
Something along oh god, I have to like get in. I'm a little blue tiefling. I'm a little blue tiefling. Technically. Yes, I am. Well, sorta. So. My accents are mixing.
Hmm.
I'm meeting someone. I do not know how long it will take. Thank you for your inquiry.
Right. He extends a hand over towards the door, and something you see about his hand is it is relatively fine looking, except at the gauntlet that he's wearing, because the gauntlet he's wearing has a bunch of like spikes on the gauntlet itself, and he reaches over and twists the knob, letting you into the room.
Thank you.
Would suggest you are careful who you're talking about or with.
I'm always careful.
You enter inside. The room that you enter in is a red-colored wall room, about 10 by 10 in dimensions. There is a bedroom. There's a bed on the room. There's a chest, a fine-looking painting. That has like a table beneath it with a single burning candle. You notice there is a carpet on the floor. This looks like a Persian carpet. Has intricate designs of what appears to be like a lion chasing a goose. And lastly but not least is the very interesting addition of a potted plant. Not in the corner of a room, but like right besides the bed.
Does that look like Coda's plant?
A little bit. It's like one of those like jungle forest plants.
I'm just gonna eye it suspiciously, but not too suspiciously. It's like, oh, interesting.
So you sit down. Do you just like take a sit on the bed? What are you doing?
She's just. Is there a window? She's probably just gonna go stare longingly out the window, as one does.
Yeah, there is a window looking outside. You notice there, down onto the street, you notice like there is a dwarf begging for money, and you notice like another dwarf coming up to him and giving him a few coins. There's a couple of children that are like playing on the side of the road on the mud. Some people are moving down the street and up. Then you do also notice a couple of members of the guard just lighting up light posts.
She like sneers a little bit at the guard, but you know, not obvious enough for them to like if they
From the
had look up
window
at
inside the room.
the second floor.
Yeah, hold up, I'll just natural 20, and there's like, oh, you. I know.
You disrespect the law? Get fucked!
Attention, citizen! Multiple third-party knobs.
Brings a thunder cannon to the door. Duh.
Where's that tiefling?
So, as you're in the room, what are you going to do?
I guess she's just waiting. She's just staring at the window and like waiting, looking around, taking it in. She'll like sit on the bed for a second.
Yeah, it's a relatively bouncy bed. It's a calm atmosphere. The music down is kind of muffled by the second level, by the fact that it's the second level.
Then she's just she's gonna get off the bed and she's gonna walk towards that painting.
The painting resembles the visage of what you can see is a relatively gaunt-looking figure with scraggy but kept hair from the beginning, scraggy on the ends, grayed and long. The beard reaching all the way down into the chest area. This dwarf figure. They also bear white leathers and strong, like bronze pauldrons, with a crooked, broken crown on their head. The visage of the dwarf is relatively sad.
Quite handsome for a dwarf. She's talking to the painting, you know, as one does.
Well, that is not exactly the usual greeting. I'll take it.
That's what I expected would happen.
Hello.
Um,
What are you in the market for?
I'm looking for information. I was told that this is maybe the place.
Yes. Is there something? How old are you?
Oh, that is a little rude, is it not?
No, we just don't provide services to underage people unless.
You assume I am that young. I am flattered. I am well past my 20th year.
Well, do business then. What form of information can I provide you?
Two things. Something simple and something a little more complicated.
If it is within the Empire, I'll know it.
No, what is simple is I simply wish to know what you know about a family that used to live here a very long time ago.
Nobility?
Night Song family, they were merchants.
How long ago? We're talking.
For human years long, for elf years probably not, for the other races who knows. 10 or so, maybe a little bit longer than that now.
I wish I could live as long as an elf does. Well, what is the name of this family?
They were the Night Songs.
Night Songs.
Mhm.
Let me also roll.
Rolling a dice makes me nervous.
Okay. She says, an interesting family to choose to look into. If I recall correctly, they are, or rather they were prominent for a small period of time, a few years back. Memory is a bit of a fickle thing. Before we continue, I can provide information for this family. I do have some records of them. There is only one question I have in my mind. Do you have coin to compensate? Or anything else?
I would not come here if I did not have coin.
I appreciate that. So tell me, what are you looking for? I'll tell you the final price after we have finished our discussion.
I want to know what you know about their daughter.
One moment. Ah. Shasha, Night Song. Not a lot. Unfortunately, she has, well, she has been dead for a few years now, if I am not incorrect, or, well, presumed missing, but in these days, if a fallen house kind of loses a daughter, it is not unwise to consider otherwise. Who knows? But yes,
She is considered
well,
dead.
missing. Officially missing, but well, my
When was
sources
she-
have not found the body yet. Of course, it is not a long investigation we did. I believe the only one person still providing services into investigating into this individual has to be a member of the nobility. What I recall from her is that she was a member of the family for a few years. Not very old. Should be around her 20s by now. Could be more. But what I do know is that she was in poverty while her family was undergoing a rough period of their lives, and before the burning of the house, it kind of seemed like she disappeared. Her whereabouts, well, as I said, her whereabouts I am not familiar with at the moment.
There's a long, long pause of silence from Trust as she's trying to think of how that makes sense. Because she remembers bouncing from family member to family member,
Yes.
but she was declared dead after her house burnt down or
No,
missing.
this is what she is claiming.
Okay. So she doesn't know half as much as she thinks she knows. And Trust is very, very okay with that. This person still looking into her. Do you know their name?
One moment. You hear some shuffling from the other side of the wall. Yes, of course.
We're gonna be in debt by the end of this.
Yes, of course. Well, technically two.
Two? What the fuck? Okay, this is fine. Sweats nervously.
One of them is a member of a different noble house. The other one currently has set up small posts regarding her whereabouts. The leader of a company. They do mention that all information is to be received over to the first client, so I'm believing that this should be some form of employee.
Is she asking me if I'm employed by one of these guys?
No, she's telling you that the other individual looking into Sasha's whereabouts was someone who was employed by the first person. Most likely. She says, after that, well, the other problem is that. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
How peculiar. I'm sorry. We perform full disclosure. We do not perform our services with a necessary requirement of knowing who our providers are. So I'm looking over at our records, and I have just witnessed a few reports regarding her potential whereabouts, but most of them were very old. So I should mention that she was known to have once been noticed in Zolario, yes, about a few years back.
A few years back. Okay. Acceptable. I see. The noble who is still looking for her, though.
Yes, I believe that would be her fiance at the time. Yes. Currently.
Is he still looking?
I believe he should. There are still updated posters. Last updated about 1 month ago. The intermission before that last update was 5 months.
Okay. Perhaps I can give you a little bit of information as well.
Well, that will decrease the overall pay requirement, but yes, of course, go right ahead.
Your guards are set up at front of this door, yes? The three lovely dwarven gentlemen.
Those are my people.
You pay them well?
Yes. I
You pay them for secrecy?
I pay those who I have under my employ enough.
I do not need numbers. I just need to know that they will protect you.
If it is harm
Because-
that you wish to do, I can assure you that it would not be
Oh.
wise.
No, not me. You are a broker of information. You are far more important alive than dead. Though it appears the magistrate also thinks that. And Tress will take the bounty out of her bag, and she's going to just sort of, if there's a she's gonna slide it under the door to the guards on the other side.
Okay, you hear from the other side. What the bloody? Is that a note? You hear a moment of silence and then some shuffling behind the door. Are you still there, madame?
Of course. Though I think I can drop the pretense. If I'm being honest, this voice is exhausting to use.
Oh, please, by all means.
The magistrate was very clear. He intends to torture information out of you, which is a little alarming in my opinion, and I'm not in the business of handing over people who do not deserve to be handed over.
The magistrates.
So,
Oh, I'm familiar.
whatever secret you may know, whatever secret or information you have that they want, I do not care. I do not want to kill you. I do not want to collect on this bounty if you can do something for me. I'm not here to threaten you. I need you to tell whoever is looking for Sasha that she is dead.
You wish for me to deliver misinformation?
Yes.
There's a moment.
I want him to stop looking for me.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, Corey, help me.
You can give a prayer if you want for guidance.
She's the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. 24.
Well, I don't necessarily like to take jobs that besmirch my name, my reputation. Fuck me. Give me a moment.
The doorbell rings. She's like, oh, one second.
One moment.
Yes, of course. I can't hear you, Grimthod.
That's my
yeah.
sorry, that's my justice. Just to give me a moment.
Oh yeah, Dedica is here with a recent update. They're
Oh.
gonna tomorrow they're gonna show gameplay of the tabletop game,
Which tabletop game?
Cyberpunk.
Oh shit! Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh
also by the
damn!
creator itself.
Oh, so looking forward to that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna set aside time for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Have any of you played the previous editions?
No, I did,
Yes,
like, knowing about the video
no.
game is the first time I've got, like, any information on Cyberpunk, and I'm just excited to do that.
Yeah, I once ran a one shot of Cyberpunk 2020.
How was it?
It was like I was running it and I was like very much like just fresh to the system, so it was very rough around the edges. But as I started getting into it, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get how this system works and what it's expecting from the GM side of things. So it's a tricky system. It's very fun though, and it's very fun for players because the shopping aspect of it for like buying new augmentations or like guns or what have you is very fun. Like it is just fun to be able to like open up the catalog and be like, hey, look at all this shit I can just do to myself. I can give myself like blades in my arms, or I can give myself a chainsaw hand if I want it. Fuck it.
I have some opinions on Cyberpunk we can talk about later. So I'm back.
Gee.
Welcome back.
So
Alright.
you. Where were we? I just got very rudely.
I rolled a 24 on my persuasion check to tell her whoever the fuck is looking for me that I'm dead.
Yep, and she was like, I don't generally like giving misinformation.
Yes, I don't like doing that. It is. Apart from destroying my own reputation as a viable source of information. However, I am willing to perform this task for the right reason. I am not aware if you have heard, but I don't do my job for. Well, neither charity, but also not for coin.
Darling, did he tell you what I look like?
He?
Whoever she rolls her eyes for a second, realizing, look, okay. Whoever hired you for information on me, did they tell you of my appearance?
A little bit presumptuous, I would say. I'm not hired by anyone at the moment. The information I know is. Well, it is for me because I like to snoop around. I like to keep an eye on what happens within the Empire. Small or big.
Do you know what I am supposed to look like?
No. That is. The important part of having a business such as mine is that I can have my clients believe that I am not trying to snoop them out. So no, your appearance to me is completely and utterly invisible. Just like mine is to you.
This is just like, oh my god, she's making this complicated, and now she's just like pinching the bridge of her nose. If I take this painting off the wall, are you going to be sitting on the other side?
Again, a bit presumptuous.
It's a simple question. I do not. I cannot tell you without showing you.
You watch as the painting shimmers, disappearing, and the wall
magic.
that is completely carved out, you see on the other side of what appears to be a glass wall, sitting is the figure of a woman, relatively tall, with what you can see long flowing brown hair that are going all the way to her back, cyan colored glasses over her eyes, and a wooden mask over her face.
I love her so much.
Oh,
By
she's
the
so
way,
cool.
she's so cool.
Yeah, she's wearing leather armaments, and you do notice that on her chest has a bit of a window. You notice the tattoo of a purple spider on her, like,
God, I love it.
yeah, on the top part of her right breast.
Oh.
She says, "A tiefling."
Human. Actually.
Magic?
Oh, I was supposed to be.
Ah, I see. Thought we were discussing the nature of a disguising spell.
No, it's not a disguise, darling.
How interesting. And by the nature of this, I do have to prove that I have not been lying to you. And with a gesture, you see on her side, coming out, is a tabaxi wearing a long, violet-colored robe and cowled over his head with what appears to be a the long whiskers on him go from his natural grey coloration of his fur into thin, almost golden-like yellow color. And he turns around and with a shift of his hand, you see a glow of magic as a painting appears on her end and disappears just as fast, saying, "I prefer to keep my meetings with my clients anonymous. However, if they desire, we can have a face-to-face.
Understandable.
So, you want me to spread the misinformation about this individual who has long been missing?
I do find it funny that missing is the word that was used to describe my whereabouts.
It is what they...
I left willingly.
Hmm.
I did not go missing, as it were. I left. I'm here to clear up the misinformation on myself. Because apparently, whoever gave you this information has lied to you.
Hmm. This is information I found from flyers. She looks at the tabaxi and says something in the language you don't understand, and the tabaxi nods and brings out one of the many folders in her room. And as they flip through, she says, "Ah, yes. One of the folders with this," and she pulls out a poster that has the visage of a woman on it, with some information on the bottom, and it says, "The Lone Hawk organization gave out such posters under the request of the nobleman that you were talking about."
You can see her kind of put her face in her hands as she looks at this poster, because I'm assuming it's human. I'm
It is
assuming
human.
it's not.
Resembles the
And she
visage
just
of
kind
a
of,
human woman.
she does this, and she...
I'm sorry, is this...
You never fucking told him.
Hmm?
I have looked like this for the better part of almost 10 years. When was that poster dated?
Nine years ago. Well, technically 8, but yeah.
She shakes her head. It is unfortunate that they assume that that is what I look like. Still, when it is not.
And what would you like to do then for this misinformation?
Sasha Nightsong died in the house in the accident that killed her family. That girl on that poster died in that house. That is the truth, the honest truth.
Forgive me for being presumptuous.
You do like that word, don't you, darling? Presume away.
The woman in this poster. I'm assuming you know her well? She does have a stare off, obviously.
Smiles. She goes. She looks at the poster and she goes, "She does have my eyes, darling." I would say knowing her well is a bit of an understatement. She has my nose, she has my lips, she has my hair.
Yes, I
But
can see that.
the skin, the ears, the teeth, the horns, she does not have, and I do.
I can spread this information around. You want this to be found?
I want whoever is still looking for the girl I was to stop, because I am not her. And I can never be her. And they're chasing a fucking ghost.
I see. This can be done. There's only the request of my fee.
That is fair. I figured giving you a heads up that you were being hunted by somebody, you know,
Oh, I'm aware.
pretty up here. He was a bit of a prick too. He was very keen on bringing you in alive to torture you.
I
So
know.
I would get out of Dodge if I were you.
I know. I know the individual you're talking about. And if he had the balls to come here, he would have done so already. He knows what I am.
He's a bit of a pussy then, isn't he?
Oh, you have no idea.
Love this woman!
You know what would be entertaining and would piss him off? If I accidentally killed you, you put up a fight and it got out of hand. It'd be a shame. Really, all your secrets dying with you.
I do appreciate the sentiment, but there is one thing that I want to do still while I am alive, and that is... Again, with all respect meant, I am willing to spend the rest of my days having the Magistratum know that I have poked my nose deep into their archives and I'm a thorn in their side.
That's true.
Oh! She's like, it's like, oh yeah, we
I
can
love
like
her
fake
so
your death
much.
and then they won't be bothering you anymore. She's like, no, I like the fact that I'm pissing them off by the fact that I'm alive, they can't come after me.
Why can't they go after her?
I
Is
am
the
certain.
question.
I am certain that one day they might actually manage to find people that are capable to bring me in. I'm not delusional. But that doesn't mean
No,
that I have to.
wanted...
There are people that depend on me.
This is why I wanted to talk to you. Because a poster doesn't do justice to the context of the face on it.
Never does. But the name is true. There is a bit of a misinformation on it. I don't just do this for myself. I actually hail from pretty far away. Different continent, but I came here to look after what is happening. If you want, I can have this information spread for 100 gold.
Done.
Special
I
discount.
have that much on me.
I know.
Easy. Oh, Jesus!
The
Lady!
hilarious she's like, I want 800 gold exactly. Yes, I know.
Trust will, like, she takes the 100 gold out of her pocket and she'll put it, like, on the nightstand or a table in the room. Done. Easy.
For this meeting, there is also 50 gold.
Okay. Also done.
That's it. Consider it a special discount. I understand that the woman in this poster that does not want to be found anymore probably has a very sour past.
More than you realize. And if you ever need assistance, the glorious goats will be at your service. And just as like a flourish of a bow.
She points, and you sit at the back to take a moment to note. And what would your name be?
She like pauses and she thinks. It's a good question now, isn't it? What should my name be? And then she leaves. Do 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 do.
As you exit, fun fact, as you exit, you notice 3 dwarves with their weapons drawn, like, ready to attack you the moment you exit out from the door. And you hear from the other side, boys, she's alright. And they put down their armaments.
You spooked him with that bounty.
Persephone. You can call me Persephone.
You see the painting reappears. And you descend down the stairs.
Yep.
Back at the tavern, the rest of you have waited for about 10 to 30 minutes for your companion to return.
Yeah, I'm gonna just mark off another 5 silver.
Fair enough. Make a con
Sorry,
save.
it's two
Sorry, that
silver
took-
drink. Yeah, sorry,
That
2
took
silver.
a
Well,
long
actually,
time.
yeah, then I'd say probably 6. I'll mark up 6 silver.
Fair point. Yeah, make a con save.
Yeah. I get to actually do this.
Unnatural 20.
You are fine. No worries.
This is +7 con save. I'm fine.
So, the rest of you are sitting nicely and tightly into the tavern, just looking at the general rambunctious air. And at this point, Grimhood, you have noticed that some people are like arm wrestling. They're like, get some strength in.
Oh. Oh, kind of. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, good. Oh, kind of. Could give it a go.
Alright.
Alright. I come over and I just like sit like waiting for my turn at the arm wrestling.
You. Okay, you sit down for the arm wrestle? Okay, you
Alright,
see.
I will note. Jess is going to fecking hate you that she missed this live when she catches the recording song. She's gonna hate that you revealed that and she wasn't here for it.
Smile emoji.
You
But
see.
regardless.
You see before you, the dwarves that are before you, they're like peasants, commoners. Those are like checking their strength. The shirts they're having are sleeveless, and they appear to be covered in soot and dust from their work. And they look up at you and goes, "You think yourself you're tough?
Oh yeah.
Five silver says otherwise. Come on."
Yeah, right.
All right. Make a strength check.
Hang on, let me just mark off the 5 silver. Sec. I will be nice and not rage for this, so I will just athletics check.
Okay, you're giving yourself like a handicap, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it feels a bit mean to rage for this, especially when I've got a +9.
Okay, go for it.
So 17.
You grab the hand of this dwarf, and you start to, both of you just putting a lot of strength, and this guy is holding his own very well, and you're losing ground as he rolls a natural 20.
Oh my god. Alright, is it best of, is it like, is
It's
that
a
me
best out of
losing, or
3,
is
yeah.
it best of 3?
I need
Alright.
to go make another one.
In that case, I guess, feck honor, I will rage.
Go for it.
So, advantage. That's what I get for trying to play this nice. Fuck
Yeah.
that, 27.
As he begins to just outstrength you into the middle again. As you manage with a 24 to just push him. Make a third one.
24.
Yeah, he rolled a 14. You. The table kind of shakes. Ah. Had you on the first, right?
Yeah, you're tough. You're real strong. Yeah.
Aye, here's 5 silver and 1 more. 1 ale! This guy.
Hey!
And you
Oh
see.
yeah,
Before you even have a chance to just get up, you see another dwarf with a long mustache that kind of goes into his sideburns. He comes up towards you, wearing a relatively top hat, sleeveless again, but with a little bit more muscle, and goes, "Challenge, come on!"
Alright, let's go! Plunk myself back down. This
Alright.
is me for the evening, apparently.
Alright, you see also like now a small crowd begins to gather around you.
Alright, once again, first round I'm not going to rage. If I start losing, I will.
Okay. Fair enough.
If nothing else, it creates a bit of drama for the to look like I'm struggling at first and then overpower them.
Okay, go for it. Make a strength check. Athletics.
At the 19.
You clasp hands, and this is a rough shake as you slowly begin to push him. He rolled an 18.
Oh, he's like, oh, come on.
Go one more.
The nat 20, 29.
Ah, 13. That won't cut it.
Oh,
Slam his hand on the table. Ah!
got the rhythm now.
Oh! And you see, like, the back of his hands a little bit, like, scratched. Like, gosh. Well
And
done,
another
well done.
5 silver. Another 5 silver.
Another 5 silver.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah, and you see a couple more dwarves, like, yeah! And a couple more people are like now coming up towards you, wanting for a solid chance to put this half-orc down. As you see, one of the other dwarves goes, "All right, whoever manages to put down this dwarf, I'm giving him five silver for each opponent that they bring down. Everyone who attempts it has to pay me 3 first." And you see like a bit of a gambling begins to happen as you start facing off dwarves. For the sake of it, give me a general athletics check for your.
Tell you what, I'll spend my second last rage and we'll make this a good one if it's the general one. So advantage. It's a 23. I freaking love that, like, Trust's like, yeah, we're here to keep a low profile. Meanwhile, downstairs she just comes down and sees there's a fucking betting ring going on around Grimthod.
She just accepts it. She just accepts it because now she has to explain to Grimthod why her name is no longer Trust. And
I mean,
that's gonna give her a headache.
I mean, he never used that name to begin with, so.
Yeah.
14 matches after,
Oh!
you put down the last dwarf. At this point, you faced like this dwarf wasn't alone. He had like the help of 2 other dwarves that tried like push the hand. You don't budge, and as you slam the hands down, you see the other of them just like shake their hands up in the air. They like cheers, yeah, whoa! As you see the person like who started the whole betting thing is like living with a bag of coins, and you end up with a bonus of 5 multiplied by 14. That would be 50.
Wouldn't that just be 70 gold? Or silver?
70 silver, which is 7 gold.
Gold, alright.
Nice.
Good haul.
John kind of like walks back over to the other two, just like working his shoulder as he comes back over and says, "Oh, it was fun."
Good for you.
Did you know you can get money just by like slamming people's hands? It's really easy.
Yeah.
Asphalt, if you're drinking also, I'll need you to make a con save.
Ash just gonna sit and mellow in the
Oh,
He ain't drinking.
looking a bit down, if any.
Uncle Bean. And then you see also Trust returning.
Or
Yes.
the artist formerly known as Trust. Well, hey, Blue Goat. Did you talk with the lady?
We had a very nice conversation, darling.
Alright, cool. We leaving that then?
We're leaving that.
Alright, cool. So I was thinking, I remembered a thing. We did say to Sneaky Goat that we're leaving town tomorrow, so I may need to get the paper when we go up north to the purple place.
That works too, darling. We could take our time, and then maybe if we come across a creature that you could, you know, skin for the leather on the way, that works out.
Yeah. Plus, I think there's like a town between here and the north in there.
Sure. Socks says, yeah, definitely. Yes, darling, you're correct. Yeah, I see it. Thank you. We can take a pit stop at the town.
I wonder where it might be. But yes,
Hmm.
look. Yeah, sure, I could pick up some paper there. But yeah, we should probably head back actually, because we're gonna be heading out tomorrow on the special metal car cart thing. It's weird. The thing that the old man made. Way to go.
Okay.
We should go talk to Joel.
Yeah.
Make sure we're all prepared to leave.
And you exit from the tavern. As you're making your way outside into the street, now fully darkened and relatively empty,
We should probably take back alleys on our way back. Make it a little bit confusing.
Hey, you're gonna be alright, Leafy Goat. Because you know you're ours.
I assume there are lanterns around, even though it's dark.
There
I
are.
assume Ashfall's not completely in the dark.
No, he's not. There are lanterns and he can see. That are lit. Literal like oil lanterns.
Persephone is just gonna shake her head a little, and, like try to hold back the chuckle. Grimthod means so well.
He does. Like none of that is malicious ever.
I know.
You make your way, and as you're moving through the streets, trying to take the alleyways to not gather attention, you do bump into like one homeless person who's like, you get out of my house!" You have to just quickly make your way away. You arrive at
Need
the
your bet
hideout.
Ash.
You arrive at the hideout, and as you fiddle with your keys to enter inside, you are met with a very low light, and that is coming out from a candle within. As you see, Joel is just sitting before the table, just packing his equipment. There's also like a couple of sacks next to him.
Hi, Sneaky Goat.
Oh, you're back. And here,
Yeah.
here I was getting worried.
Yeah, we lost the guys who were following us, so.
You were followed?
Well, yeah, like, remember when we did the thing into your head? We were saying there were guys who were trying to follow us, but we lost them.
Oh, right. I was afraid you were followed all the way here, or something.
Yeah,
Vibe check.
don't think so.
Okay,
Vibe check.
Make an insight check.
Ooh. The fact that he said you were followed, and then Grimthod explained, he was like, "Oh yeah, definitely that." I'm just like, Trust is also like,
Go for it.
Heading,
Fucking 13. Even with core.
How many twos have you rolled tonight?
Too many.
I'm rolling like shit tonight. You... He seems surprised. He tried to hide it. But the folder was way too late for him to snap into it of just, oh right, I'm supposed to know this information.
Darling, it's been so long. I was gone. We were gone dreadfully long. I missed you terribly. Come, give me a kiss.
Oh, sure. He gets up from the chair and starts approaching you.
Who the fuck are you?
What? What do you mean?
Who the fuck are you?
You know me. You know who I am.
No, I don't, because Joel would never come give me a kiss. And Joel would know that I would never ask, who the fuck are you?
Well, you can't blame a person for trying. Get 'em, boys! And you watch as, from the side of the windows, a pair of people crash into. And we're gonna pick that up next time.
Oh
God
boy!
damn it.
Whew!
I swear
Wow.
to God, if this is